Today's video is on solving a quadratic equation through completing the square. And completing the square is just another method in which to find the x values of any quadratic equation. And as a quick recap, that means to find the values at which this quadratic equation, this line here, cross the x-axis of this plane. So it's when y equals 0. So to find out what these points actually are, we're going to take this c term, which is 2 in our case, and get it to the other side. So to do that, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides to get x squared plus 6x equals -2. Then we're going to use this formula here, which is b divided by 2. This is a b divided by 2 squared. So in our case, the b term is this 6. So we're going to take this 6 and plug it into this equation here to get 6 divided by 2 squared. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then 3 squared equals 9. And then we take this number and add it to both sides of this equation. So then we get x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals -2 plus 9, which is equivalent to x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 7, because -2 plus 9 equals 7. Then we basically we factor the left side of this. And to do that, the two numbers have to multiply to this and add to this. So we get x plus 3 squared, because 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 plus 3 is 6. An easy way to remember this or do this without having to think about that is just to use b divided by 2 and put that in there, because I mean in our case it's 6 divided by 2 is 3, and that always works as long as it's, x plus 3, x plus b divided by 2 squared. And then this is going to equal 7 because we keep the other side. And then we just undo this square by square rooting both sides, and that gives us x plus 3 equals plus or minus, because again, if you take the root of any number, it could be plus or minus. So plus or minus 7, and that's gotten rid of this, so there's nothing of that here. Then we just solve for x. So if x plus 3 equals plus or minus square root of 7, then if we subtract 3 from both sides, then x equals -3 plus or minus the square root of 7. So this is the solution to, these are, I guess I should say the solutions to this quadratic equation up here. And again, these 2 points, the plus and minus variant, are the 2 points at which this quadratic equation crosses this x-axis. And again, this is just a sketch. This is not what this actual equation looks like on the Cartesian plane, but you get the idea of that. So to review, you've just got to get c to the other side, and then use this formula, and then you just use b divided by 2 over here, and then you solve for x. So that's completing the square. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. And check back next time to find more content about math and maybe some more ways to solve quadratic equations in the future.